Hi, I'm Anastasia Amor, and today I'm reading from my novel, Exploring Irresistible, an Erotic Romance. Chapter 1. Freedom. Aleese had escaped the confines of her hotel room and was sitting in an outdoor cafe facing the square, a balmy breeze fanning her face. Whatever Keith was doing no longer concerned her. She was only glad she had the morning to herself. After working her way up and down the hilly cobblestone streets of San Juan, she had decided to take a rest and enjoy the sun before the inevitable return to the hotel and to Keith. Sipping a steamy hot coffee, she bit into a flaky chocolate croissant. Rich, decadent chocolate brushed her tongue, and as she brought it up to the roof of her mouth, Aleese held it there. No, she wouldn't swallow it. She'd leave it, letting the sinful flavor and light, buttery pastry pleasure her senses. Endorphins delightfully bounced in her brain, elevating her into a state of euphoria, and yet she still needed to keep the sinful cocoa captured prisoner. But it was out of her control. No matter how much she willed it to stay, her mouth watered with the delicious thickness, enticing her to savor it until there was no choice. Aleese swallowed the chocolate nectar. Closing her eyes, she let the marvelous liquid glide down. As her eyes opened, Aleese's gaze fell upon a dark-haired stranger, casually dressed in jeans and a white shirt, striding toward a nearby table. From her proximity to his table, Aleese could observe him unnoticed as he sat down. His unruly black hair brushed his collar. The white cotton shirt did nothing to disguise the powerfully built shoulders and forearms, so unlike Keith. Her eyes trailed down the length of his long denim-clad legs, stretched out as he leaned back in his chair. Picking up a newspaper left behind by another patron, he started reading, just as the waiter returned with a copy, as if he already knew what the stranger wanted. He drank it black. Keith liked his with thick cream and lots of sugar, which reminded Aleese he hated to be kept waiting. Keith would get that look on his face, purse his lips, and say something pompous. From out of her wallet, Aleese dug out some coins and tossed them on the table, all the while wishing she could see the stranger's eyes. Tracing her finger along the curve of her lips, she stared at that sensuous mouth. The handsome stranger glanced up from the newspaper. Was he looking back? It was too hard to tell with those mirrored shades. His eyes were as secret as were her own. Getting up, Aleese avoided his table as she edged her way to the exit, but at the last minute she turned and looked back. With sunglasses off, the dark, smoldering eyes burned a hole in her body. In the hotel room, Aleese lay on the bed, eyes closed, imagining the stranger. From the bathroom, water rushed rhythmically. Keith was taking a shower. Tugging a purple lipstick-like object from out of her purse, she placed it on the bed. The thin cotton of her spaghetti top easily pushed down as her hands smoothed over the rise of her breast. Fingertips curved around, forcing the soft mound out of the push-up bra. Funny how her left nipple always seemed direct, even without gently manipulating it. With one hand she cupped a breast, while the other stroked and teased a nipple. The stranger appeared on the bed. He brought his mouth to the eager peak and sucked it, drawing it in and releasing it ever so slightly until it was gripped tightly once again between full, sensuous lips.